Hi guys, this is MegaDragonoid. Well, I'm playing together with Justin and SIra some Miles Edgeworth Prosecutor investigation. If I'm saying it correctly. Yeah, basically the second game, which is only actually a Japan version, but it was only Japanese. But some community were nice enough to make a translation and make it all English for us.
English.
And yeah, if bad things come up here, guys, don't blame us. Some weird company in Australia or somewhere else made really bad things. We're not gonna talk about it, but we had a good laughter and we just we went blank for a moment.
It was in Australia. I'm pretty sure it wasn't made in Australia, but still.
I heard it from you, so yeah, I suspected it. Sorry for that then.
That's
Not
okay.
blank.
I'm not saying
What was that, Sarah?
I'm not blank.
No, no,
Blank
no.
of laughter.
Yeah, okay, now to that point. Yeah, let's get started. Let's get this party started. I could help it.
Or you will get that rooster drink we are talking about earlier.
Well, I already don't need it because I already have my own. The laughter.
Yeah, make good use of it.
Oh, I will. Oh. Yeah, there was a line appearing, and I'm not sure we already said it or.
Yo.
No one said it yet.
Go. Mr. K is talking.
It's actually
No,
Mrs. K.
K is you. K is you, Sarah.
Mr. K, Mrs. K. Mr. Edgeworth! Hehe! I really helped out, didn't I?
Pretty much. Indeed, she doesn't appear to be injured.
The floorboards have been ripped out from under the bed, sir.
Oh.
I see. Seems we found what we were looking for. The passage between the detention center and the prison is blocked by solid doors. However, there was a secret underground tunnel beneath it. We're following the scent and arrived here. That means scent must have come from Natalie's body. Okay, crime scene is noted. Come to think of it, body was covered in dirt. Maybe the cause by passing through the tunnel. Okay, what was inside the tunnel like?
It was pitch black, so I really couldn't see much, but
Wood.
I took some photos.
Please show us.
Click snap.
Is it?
Spoons and forks. Were these used to dig the tunnel?
Beep.
But more importantly, what are these prints? Whoa.
It's the poor
They-
guy.
They do kind of look like dog footprints, but then again, we are talking about a prison that allows pretty much any animal in, so it could be any animal, really.
Clear part is, why is the person that basically a hitman having his own dog that is trained to be a hitman? Bigger question. I will get him like another dog, like a dog that kill, no matter what. And just then, hopefully, it doesn't escalate. Uh-oh. Footprints. Could they belong to a dog? This will surely be vital evidence. However, before we can consider that, we have a big problem.
Problem.
J. Albert could use this tunnel to move around freely. Detective, confirm his whereabouts post haste. Perhaps he's...
You may be right, sir. This is a big deal.
Okay.
Speaking of the guards, the search of J. Albert was carried out immediately. Search every nook and cranny in the detention center and the prison. But in the end, they found no sign of him.
March 28, 4:34 p.m. Detention Center hallway.
Ah. It's the lady here, the office lady.
Oh yes, that was the SIra.
Did you contact the police?
Yes, madam, we already have done that. We set a security perimeter around the prison, madam.
Right. This is the first scandal in our prison's history.
We are so sorry.
That's you, bro.
Yeah, she's completely different from before.
Mr. Edgeworth, was it? Thank you for finding the escapees tunnel. But it's a little too late. Mr. Albert has long since he left here.
Don't believe he's gone beyond the detention center. There are security gates located at the exit of the detention center. I believe it will be difficult to get through those. When you agree?
Maybe he has another tunnel. My little sweet little Justin.
We certainly can deny the possibility, however...
Anyway, there's no use in you being here now. Please return to your investigation.
Yes, we will do that.
You guys, get back to your posts too.
Yes, madam!
Detective Gumshoe, sir, we got the
Yeah,
results of that blood test you requested.
Good work, pal.
These are the results of the bloodstain found in Natalie's cell.
So what does it say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Blood confirmed that it have been Knightley's. So, that doesn't help much.
Hey now, that's good news. We found the bloodstain in Nightly's cell and discovered the tunnel the dog used. Furthermore, the security camera shows footage of a dog attacking Nightly in his cell.
We have all the evidence we need. We just need to ask Dogan a few questions.
Dogan, did you say? Please, use utmost caution. That man even has henchmen outside of the prison.
Outside of the prison? is related to his secret trade routes as the supplier.
The police has been searching for Dogan's henchmen for ages. I also been helping them, but
That means back then. Oh, we still don't
So
want
he-
to. Oh, we went on a sync.
It's all good. So, you still won't talk? Even after all the trouble you went through to get the evidence transferred from the precinct?
that's right. I don't know how many times I've tried. I can't report back empty-handed.
That assassin sure is one tough cookie, huh?
Well, let's add some milk for it.
Yeah, you had evidence transfer from the precinct.
Yes, we bought all the evidence concerning Dogan. I've been interrogating him personally in my office, but no matter how much evidence we have on him, we can't get a single word out of him. Bastard.
What indicated him herself? Why go that far?
Lose your focus and he eat you alive. Be on your guard.
Whoa, you've made Uncle Ray a little nervous.
And we're still heading straight in.
March 28, 5:55 p.m. Prison special cell.
And
Oh,
look
those
who's
two-
here.
Look who's still here! Twiddly dee and twiddly dum!
Nice.
Judge Courtney, what are you doing here?
Questioning the prisoner. Did you forget that we are investigation as well? Or rather, have you forgotten my warning? If you value your badge, you should not have appeared before me again.
I'm sorry if you thought that I will be a bit by those words. I won't overlook something important just to heed your warning. I came for testimony and the truth of this case, which you have overlooked. I guess this was Justin?
Yeah. Yes.
You mean to say you require my humble services?
As I promised, I have returned to prove you're the culprit.
Interesting. Do tell.
Objection! Before that, we should first listen to our reasoning. We can say with confidence what Simon Keyes is the culprit. Only Simon Keyes would have moved Mr. Knightley into the prison. And we can show proof of this fact. But first, I'd like to hear your resolve, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Oh yeah, we can have a shot.
Check. If our reasoning is correct, would you submit it to us? Your prosecutor's badge.
You're to him of his badge? Is that a threat, pal?
No, it's not a treat. Rather, an act of compassion. Normally, I wouldn't even have taken notice of you, since you have no right to investigate. However, if you are able to show proper resolve.
Uh-oh.
Hammer time! I will be willing to get you, my opponent. Are you willing to risk it? Your prosecutor's badge? Mr. Edgeworth!
Mr. Edgeworth, sir!
Very well. I trust you. I trust my own reasoning, but moreover, at the moment I'm certainly the defense attorney assistant first and a prosecutor second. I'm not sullying the good name of the law offices.
Good job.
I intend to see my job through. I won't yield to your threats.
So be it. Is this bravery or simply foolishness? On the goddess of law's behalf, I shall be the judge of that. Sebastian, allow me to. Yeah, I got it. I'm counting on you, Justin.
Oh yeah!
Movement to the prison.
Oh, I can't wait. You, Justin?
Yes, be good. Can't wait to see what she says.
Let's judge this roast to the spit. I assume you know of the incident Mr. Knightley caused the day before yesterday. He attacked a guard and stole his keys. Afterwards, Simon Keys stopped by his cell with an animal cage from the show. During this time, Mr. Knightley was able to use the stolen key as exit his cell. He then hid it in the cage while it was moved to the prison workroom.
Feel this is all fake? I can be totally wrong.
Is this a fake?
So Mr. Keys went to his cell after all.
After hearing you talk about the security camera yesterday, we investigated it ourselves. Yeah. Why don't you have a look? I have here a printout of the security camera footage.
This is the moment when Mr. Keys visits Natalie.
Exactly. As you can see, the cage creates a huge blind spot in the cell. By using the blind spot, Mr. Knightley could have entered the cage.
No, I don't think so, because doors seem to be closed, or it's open.
It's a monkey. There is a monkey in the cage. That is our reasoning.
A blind spot, that means the camera doesn't actually show him entering the cage. At this point, there's still the possibility that Natalie never left his cell.
But why would he be hiding inside an animal cage? Mr. Knightley was planning to escape from prison. That is the only possibility. A prison escape? That's so cool! Okay. First, Mr. Albert, and now Mr. Knightley? I won't let them show me up.
Okay, this isn't the time to get excited. JL, but escape is no laughing matter.
Simon Keys was aiding Mr. Knightley on his escape. In other words, he was an a compliance. Not that, Simon said.
Don't praise him.
That cage was transported temporarily to the workroom. Originally, Mr. Knightley was to remain hidden until the end of the animal show. He went and be carried out along with the cage. I presume that was the plan. However, midday through the plan, he was betrayed by Simon Keys and murdered.
Corny reasoning does appear to make sense. However, there must be a hole somewhere. Must not overlook anything. Okay.
Roberto!
So
Justin.
you can press on either the second or fourth statement.
Do you have proof Natalie stole the keys?
It is the only explanation as to why Mr. Knightley would have attacked the guard. We will know for certain the moment the guard regains unconsciousness.
That's really true. Should I ask Judge Courtney for more information?
Yes, do.
I had a feeling. There's one
Also,
point
be
in...
right back.
Okay.
Guys, be right back. I gotta go to the toilet.
Yep.
Use to the toilet. Toilet break.
There's one point reasoning that is odd. If Natalie did indeed steal the key, I expected him trying to escape immediately. Was it really necessary for him to wait for Mr. Keys to help him escape?
He simply chose the method with the highest probability of success. After stealing the key, he concealed it on his personage. As he waited for the opportune movement, that is what I believe.
He concealed the key? Just corny. Such an oversight is unlike you. Well, you should have concealed the key, and I can prove it. I didn't hide the key, and the proof is...
Now we have to wait, or somebody needs to look up.
Baby! Ah.
Oh yeah, Lily. Bobby did not fall into the toilet.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We're waiting for you.
Okay. The optimal information.
We need to know where the key is.
It says that we have to present nightly cell key.
Cell key. Haven't the guards informed you yet? They searched nightly after you attacked the guard. Key was nowhere to be found. Since the key located is unknown, your logic doesn't hold.
That is not an issue. There is an explanation. Mr. Knightley had the key. It simply wasn't found. The reason being, he concealed it inside the chessboard.
Chessboard? You mean the one that concealed the murder weapon?
Come now, how do we know whether or not the murder weapon was really there? What? Take some responsibility from your own words! That was all Sebastian's idea after all.
Oh, is that so? So those two don't always agree on their reasoning.
In other words, once we put all the pieces together, Mr. Knightley concealed the key he stole from the guard inside the chessboard. When Simon Keyes arrived, Mr. Knightley used the key to slip out of his cell. He entered the animal cage and was transported to the workroom. Also to his accomplice, Simon Keyes. Mr. Knightley had planned to be carried outside after the show has ended. However, he was betrayed by his accomplice and murdered during the circus performance.
Mr. Keyes performed in the show. You couldn't have an opportunity to murder him during the circus performance.
Overruled. No opportunity? Is that so? The story plays itself out on the stage. And such was the case with the animal show.
So SIra examined the content of the show.
The suspect plays the role of the villain, who antagonizes the elephant heroine. In the final act, the villain is defeated by the heroine's love and all ends well. At that point, the suspect in the role of the villain is blown away by the heroine's burning love and make his exit.
Blown away by the elephant?
Was he hurt? After being blown away, the suspect disappeared from the stage. The suspect was absent from the stage about 15 minutes.
You saying the crime was committed during that time?
Even in such a short period of time, he will still be possible to carry out the murder. Don't you think so?
So he committed the crime in 50 minutes and then returned to the stage. That might have been possible if the crime scene hadn't been the prison. That's corny, the actual crime took place in the detention center.
I'm afraid I cannot accept that camera footage alone as evidence. Woman, just admit it!
Did I went too fast?
It's
No.
only wrong, SIra.
The woman should have admit that it was actually in the detention center that he got killed.
Yeah. As evidence, I have.
Well then, please show us your evidence. Where is the evidence that shows the scene of the crime was at the detention center?
What do I feel is this?
You're right.
I'm so good.
This is the floor? Oh, Goddess of Law. I'm unable to comprehend your mysterious ways.
This is what we discovered. The area here was tested positive for Natalie's blood.
Ah! This blood test. Can it really be trusted?
I love this music! You, bro?
Yeah, it's pretty good music.
SIra?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
To begin with, how were you able to conduct a scientific investigation?
I happen to have a subordination. I can't vouch for his companions, but he is a man that I trust.
That detective? This concerns me. I cannot think why one would disturb the order of law. The prosecutor's investigation committee's influence goes as far as the police department. Gammy's in trouble!
Give me, detective. I'm afraid something bad may come of this.
I will accept the fact that blood was found at the detention center as evidence. However... How ridiculous! Ridiculous! This is unthinkable of you, you third-rate prosecutor.
Mr. The Best, you're here, and I completely forgot about him.
Here's a giant contradiction in your statement. According to the security tape, a dog killed Knightley in his cell. Then, after he left the cell, the blood on the floor was wiped away. Ah! Did the dog wipe away the blood stains? As if that could happen.
That is possible of my Anubis, right, boy?
It's definitely possible. You can train a dog to do human chores.
Ouch!
I love that scene every time.
The tricks I told him while I was still in the outside world. He makes sure to hide any bloodstains he makes. so as to not leave behind any evidence.
The best got the best.
He got to the best. Someone got
was-
the best of him,
Yep.
literally.
I was saved, if only by chance.
Shouldn't you have taught your dog to shake or something? Anubis also performs that trick very well. But the shake I taught him is a little different from others. First, he bites the victim's hand.
Damn. Talking about a bit rude.
Stop! 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 I don't want to hear anymore! I see. I understand. Prosecutor Edgeworth. It appears you've gathered a good hand.
Glad you understand.
My argument isn't over yet. Objection overruled.
I need some help. This is just genius, right, bro?
Yeah.
Question mark up.
Doing.
Hey now, that's a little harsh.
Sebastian, would you allow me to privilege of explaining? Sure, Justine.
You finally realize murder
Do you
occurred
finally
in the detention center. Therefore, the assassin's pet dog.
Overruled. My opinion has not changed. Unless I can understand how the dog was able to enter and leave the crime scene. I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
I have been waiting for you to say that. Now let me show you. Evidence that shows the route that the dog has gone between the detention center and the prison. Don't say it yet, bro. Don't say it yet. Am I right? Am I right?
Tunnel footprint.
You are correct.
Correction! Ah! This photo!
It shows a secret tunnel hidden in the prison.
That's impossible!
He's losing his mind.
Oh, he has yet
I still love the bear like hanging on to. The center was dug by the escaped prisoner J. Albert. Begins in his cell and connects to the holding cell in the detention center, namely the victim's cell.
I'm shocked. How did this?
Token, you must have known of this, since you used this tunnel to commit murder.
Overruled. Oh. In the name of the goddess of law, I humbly reject Prosecutor Edgeworth's claim.
What do you mean?
Overruled. Evidence is everything. That remains true here, just as in the courtroom. Isn't that right? I have evidence here. Hurricane Knightley's autopsy report.
Autopsy report?
Send button.
Why are you so surprised?
This was delivered straight from the police a short while ago. It's not complete yet. More of a preliminary report. Here, take a word of the Goddess of Laws is written. Cause of death. Stab wound to the neck. Died instantly. Murder weapon. Sharp metal object. The victim was stabbed multiple times in the same spot with a sharp object. Ooh, that's why the blood stain is like getting hidden into the vein when it's just stop.
Yeah.
Of course, the nerve system. Although they were unable to determine the actual shape of the murder weapon. They have clear proof that it was a sharp metal object. So do you still stand by your claim? That a dog used the sharp object to kill the victim?
That can't be!
That is all. The court is adjourned.
But wait, the tunnel contains the dark footprints.
It may have been one of Anubis's walking courses. I can no tell what Anubis gets up to outside of myself.
Something feels unnatural about all this, but I have no evidence.
Courtney Pie, you sure pulled out a hidden gem at the very last moment.
Waited for the perfect time to reveal the autopsy report. Have I let her outwit me again?
Appointed Eternity Shield. Here is the autopsy report from earlier. I apologize for the delay.
No, it's alright, thank you. How about a hug?
Yeah, sorry.
Have a hammer.
Hammer time.
I gladly accept it.
Mr. Shields.
Bro?
I'm sorry, I was just
I
talking about
don't
something.
believe it's necessary to hold hands while exchanging documents. Oh my god. I advise you to stop.
Huh?
Persist any longer, and I shall call on the strength of the goddess of law. Uh-oh.
Oh, be careful.
Justin, well done. Just as I planned. I only acted the accordance to your instruction.
Mm,
The autopsy report came straight from the police. I can't refute it. But if the murder weapon wasn't the dog, Dogan would have of suspicions.
The merciful goddess of law so decrees. If you choose to yield now, your badge will not be taken.
what will you do, sir? She says that, but...
The answer remains the same. Judge Corney, it is as I said before. I will see my job through. I will not yield to threats.
So even now, you still refuse to give up? If you wanted to keep your badge, this may be your last chance.
Right now, I am a defense attorney assistant. But my protect is not my badge, but my client.
The goddess of law grows weary of your settlement.
Now we're talking. Miles is starting to understand that a defense attorney never gives up. Actually, those were the words of your old man.
Oh.
My father.
It really is in your blood. You're the spitting image of him right now. You said it yourself, you've changed since you were tainted by Von Karma. It's only now that I've actually come to believe it.
Mr. Shields.
What am I? Now's the time to put those skills to the test. Think beyond your limits. If the murder weapon was a sharp object, does that really negate your reasoning?
Murder weapon was a sharp metal object. That's it! For 5
A
chisels.
chisel.
Yeah. There are 5 chisels placed inside this special cell. Dogen is a former assassin. It's quite possible he could kill someone. Just a chisel! In that case, the weapon that killed Nornial was...
Is that all? Well then, I suppose you will able to giving up.
Evidence is everything, didn't you say? Murder weapon was a sharp metal object. However, the weapon has yet to be found.
What? What are you trying to say?
The only device of evidence is actually the murder weapon itself, and that was in plain sight this whole time. Murder weapon is Dogen's chisel.
What did you say? Overruled. Take responsibility from your own establishment. The stance of the crime was Mr. Knightley's cell. You did it by yourself.
If evidence changed, so will my logic. That too is in court.
Courtroom Prosecutor.
Is it not?
Prosecutor.
If the chisel was used, that means the killer was human. However, the fact remains that we can't deny this security photo.
Yeah, what about that photo?
I will give you the answer. The photo shows the moment. Bro?
Sorry, just give me a sec.
2 or 3 was it, I think.
It shows the moment the dog leapt at the victim.
The second.
Dogen's dog leapt at Knightley. However, the victim did
Unlike.
not die at that time.
Didn't die?
He was only knocked unconscious. The dog didn't move a deadly body. It was the move to unconscious Knightley. The killer was its owner.
Look at his hand clap.
Yeah.
So happy. Like, you see, he did it, yay! I see! If the victim was moved, it would have been possible for Dogen to commit murder.
And used a murder weapon!
Indeed, the killer is Churhan Dogen. It can only be you.
I bet your teacher used to write on your own report card. Needs to pay more attention on what others say.
I would think that describes you more.
We examined that room, every crook and granny, right, Justine? We examined all our 4 Mr. Dogen's chisels. Where 5th one? Was a 5th one?
No.
Yeah, there was a 5th one. and found no traces of blood.
Thank you, Judge Courtney. Thanks to you, I am now certain. Thanks.
Thanks to me? Whatever do you mean?
When I came here earlier, I saw 5 chisels.
Told ya.
That's right. There were definitely 5 there before.
So the one that disappeared was...
The smallest one. Perhaps for portable use. Logan, where is that chisel?
I'm not free to leave this place. I've no need of a portable chisel.
Not free to leave? In that case, he shouldn't have been free to hide the bloody chisel either. Huh. Logan, you just dug your own grave.
It seems you know something. Would you care to show it?
Logan shouldn't leave, so the chisel he's hiding is...
In the special cell.
Special cell? So where are you at now?
That's what it says.
Inside of the chessboard.
Logan is a prisoner, so he can't leave his cell freely. Perhaps he should send his dog out to dispose of it, but he couldn't have been able to confirm the weapon location.
So, what does that leave?
Above all else, special metal tools are allowed in this cell. Even one chisel were to appear here, no one should expect a thing. You'd be a fool not to take that advantage of that. Again, that clap my hands.
I see. Of course, it's always safest if you do something yourself.
But I examined everything. I didn't find any hidden places in his cell.
I'm certain that the murder weapon is here. The reason you haven't found it is because it's very clever hidden.
He had it in his underpants.
Also, I find it still funny, like on his shirt it actually says B055, but it actually... Yeah, it
Boss.
says...
No boss.
Yo, boss! What do you want this little chisel hidden?
Boss, I found some clues.
Oh no, window floor! What do you say? So I can help it. Well,
My
that's
big
the
boss is
Adrian.
an assassin.
You say I hit it? Where exactly?
Think, where could he have hidden it? I have to remember everything up to this point. It must be some clue.
In the chessboard. Could it be? Or in one of the statues?
Ah, does this mean what I think it means?
Let's get going, Mr. Edgeworth!
Barf. Hey, doggy.
Come to think of it, that dog hasn't barked at me at once today. Previously, when I came to the special, it barked Dogon's command. That's it. That's what has been out of place. There's only one place you could hide a murder weapon.
Giving up already? How dull, how dull.
I will present the evidence. Piece of evidence shows where you concealed the murder weapon.
The dog itself.
Yeah, I just was thinking the same thing. It's the freaking obvious. If he barks, the weapon is showing. I was like, first, it's the statue, it can be the chessboard. But if the dog doesn't bark, he probably knows. So yeah.
Oh, just click on it.
Hasn't your dog been awfully quiet today?
Now that you mention it, it hasn't barked at all. Before it was. Karen Doggen, open that dog's mouth now.
Anubis doesn't bark needlessly. I ordered him to do that before.
In that case, order it to bark now.
Naturally, you shall be able to if you have nothing to hide.
It was inevitable. Anubis, showed him your mouth.
Bleh.
There's a chisel.
I didn't-
Why a chisel? The dog's only had one in his mouth.
Oh, he was unusually quiet. Was he unable to follow the direction?
Sebastian, could you call the Forensics department urgently, please?
Ugh, I got it.
A reaction. The chisel tests positive for blood.
I guess that proves the theory that my theory that wasn't just nonsense.
Would this chisel be the murder weapon then?
It reacts positively for blood. There is no doubt about that. Mr. Shihan Dogen, now that the murder weapon has been found, I must ask you for your testimony. Dot, 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 dot.
We know how your dog got to the danger center and we have found a murder weapon. Do you still think you can talk your way out of this?
Interesting.
This guy, even at a time like this, he's still smiling.
Well, Anubis, it seems everyone has become suspicious of you. It's quite troubling, but since it has come to this, we have no choice but to tell the truth. I did not kill anyone. I've long since grown weary of killing.
What is this? His face looks completely composed.
doesn't
Seems
me.
we
but
need to
whatever.
listen to Mr. Dogen's explanation. Please properly give your testimony.
Certainly.
Oh. Dogen's explanation.
It's gonna be fun.
First of all, I would like you to explain my motive. I do not know anyone by the name of Knightley. We shared no connection.
Oh yeah? Oh wait, wrong one. There we go.
Come to that in a bit, I reckon, bro.
I know, but still.
So, I wouldn't think some if a murder would just appear out of nowhere. Or are you insinuating my Anubis had a motive? He only bears his pains and others on my command. I do not hunger for blood so much as to kill a man I do not even know.
Coming from an assassin is sure is persuasive.
An assassin who can kill acquaintances? I doubt should be preferable.
I may kill strangers in my line of work, but I never make it personal.
Is evidence that shows connection between Natalie and Dogan? Should I tell her the refute of the evidence once more? Well, you can hit me, bro, but I think I know the ends already. Tell me if I'm wrong.
That is the second statement, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yep,
Second
you're right.
statement. Natalie's memo.
Go right ahead.
How did I even knew without even checking it? You have lost your touch, Sir and Dogan. If you had your dog clean up after you, you should have disposed of this too. This is a record of the composer chess game found in the victim's cell. This record and the chest in your cell. Really well despite the same game.
What?
I heard that the number of possible chess positions is around 10,120.
10, 120 times, 100,000, is that even a real number? Yes.
Indeed, there's absolutely no way that these two could concealed by chance. Go ahead, bro.
What he actually said was 10 to the power of whatever that other number was. Like 10 to the power of 152, I think it was.
Yeah.
Which is basically 10 times 152. I think that's what they were trying to say.
Oh, okay. Well, it was wrongly written down, but you get it. Oh, I guess Dogger got killed. You silent. Tell me your reasoning for killing Natalie, unless you intend to explain this was just a coincidence.
Well, don't they say that the truth is stranger than fiction? It is, as you said, this is merely a...
Okay. I'm curious about him.
But there's no way that could have happened.
My correspondence chess opponent was the victim in this incident? What a horrible coincidence. Aren't you shocked too, Anubis? Looks like I'll have to tell them the truth, Anubis, my boy. The animal show thing, that was when everyone left. Anubis brought the body to my cell. He had already been stabbed in the neck with a murder weapon. I did not wish to be suspected, so I had Anubis carry the body to the workroom. After that, he pulled out the murder weapon and returned it to me.
So you're saying the one who pulled the weapon out was Anubis?
That's right. If I pulled out the murder weapon here, the blood would have been a problem.
Mr. Edgeworth, isn't this what the short guys did? Said?
large
Black dog, he said. Dwarf was breathing into the neck of the victim.
What did you say?
Oh, it's that weird guy. Okay.
Yep. I was wondering why you were talking for Justin, but okay.
Do we want to do it this way still, or no?
Nah, you can. No. I wasn't sure who it was actually. So go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay. It was truly a hellish scene! That dog! That dog killed him!
You know who he reminds me of?
Well,
The Happy Sales Mask Man.
okay. See, that means saw it witnessed the moment the murder was pulled out.
Oh yes, that prisoner's testimony. It surprised me when I first heard it. It's not often that a news makes a blunder like that, right boy? Now, I believe that explains my actions. I did not kill him. All I did was remove the murder weapon. Now, will that be all? Anubis is getting tired.
Objection.
Whoa there, just a moment, Mr. Dogan.
Mr. Shields?
Isn't there one thing you haven't explained? Why would you need to pull out the murder weapon in the first place?
That's right. I can understand why he moved the body to draw suspicion away from him, but he didn't need to retrieve the murder weapon.
I thought him just a fool, but how quickly his fate has changed.
Care to elaborate, Mr. Dogan?
Wait a freaking second. Just escape. What's that name that we... That person that we... Him. J. Albert.
Yeah, but he's innocent.
He escaped.
Yeah,
What
he's
if...
escaped.
What if he had still the chisel? And Anubis carried... If Albert attacked Natalie while Dog came in cell to... What do you think, bro?
I'm not sure, but it's possible.
I'm just putting all the factors together, all like putting all to once at the same time.
It was because of this bell. The bell attached to the murder weapon, and the bell on my dog's neck.
Somebody called the dog to put him into that he is the one.
That can be possible.
Somebody is pointing out that the boss guy was the murder weapon or the murderer.
Yeah.
Somebody is
Right.
shooting him. That's not nice.
The assassin Sherman Dogan's trademark.
An assassin's trademark.
The blind assassin Sherman Dogan always appears at the sound of a bell. Sound of the bell ringing in the dark of the night is said to be the lasting Thing his targets hears.
You remember well. It has been a while since you lost one of my bells, after all.
When I was prosecuted you in court, I confiscated a knife with the bell attached to it.
Yes, my bell. There are only 2 in the world. Only 2? They're custom made, attached to my knife and Anubis' collar. Even though I can rely on my ears, I can easily identify them. Alas, one has been confiscated and is not in my possession. When Anubis brought the body here, I heard a familiar sound. I thought my knife must have been embedded in the body. So imagine my confusion when I found out that it was merely a chisel with my bell attached.
Your knife is nothing like this chisel.
Either way, those bells are my trademark. Moreover, I'm the only one in this prison who uses chisels. With all this, I knew I would be falsely suspected. So, I removed the murder weapon and hid it.
So you claim that you only moved the body?
Didn't I tell you that chisel isn't mine? If you think I'm lying, go ahead and check for my fingerprints.
Sebastian! Me? But how do I check for 4 and 6? Yes, madam! Ah! Ah! Reaction! We have fingerprints, stay nightly, Justin!
What about Dogan's?
Nope, just nightly's. And there's no evidence of prints being wiped either.
Wait, what? Nightly killed himself then?
Hang on. Let's just find out more, okay? Before we come to that conclusion.
Only nightly fingerprints? It can't be.
Should we re-examining it?
See now? I never even touched that chisel. Because I ordered Anubis to carry it in his mouth. In other words, the fingerprints belong to the chisel's original owner.
Yeah.
The murder weapon's owner was the victim? This is perplexing. At any rate, I did not touch the murder weapon. In other words, the killer could not have been me. Isn't that right?
I have nothing to refute that. How could this... Is he really not the killer? Could Dogan's testimony actually be true? This can't be!
seems this is sufficient enough to warrant any further explanation. As it stands, you have not changed the state of this case. I believe this is more than enough reason for us to receive you of your badge. To save you needless stress, I suggest you hand over your badge now.
This is bad, sir. They sound serious.
This is regrettable, but those prints are the evidence. I have to rethink my logic from step one.
But are still many explanated things. Why would Mr. Knightley be carrying a chisel?
It could be used for many things, perhaps even prison escapes.
Well then, how did he carry it into the prison? I mean, the prisoners aren't even allowed to cuddly, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth!
Hmm?
Even if your reasoning is off at first, you shouldn't let that refuse you. The most important thing to arrive at the truth, isn't that right? It doesn't matter how you get there. We're getting a beautiful moment here. The end result is to save Simon. We have to do everything we can for his sake.
Gummy.
Okay.
Aww.
Nice one, Kay. I really want to scout you for the law firm now. Remember when Uncle Ray said a defense attorney never gives up? Miles, do you understand the true meaning behind those words?
True meaning of those words.
Defense attorneys carry the fate of their clients on their shoulders. You are the only person your client can rely on. Just like with Mr. Key, we're the only ones who can save him now. We are linked by fate to our client. That is why we must never give up. There's no way Uncle Ray can go against the teachings of Gregory. So, what will you do?
Slowly, I'm a defense attorney assistant. No, an assistant at my father's firm. I have made a commitment to this case. Therefore, if I don't save my client, I cannot say I am achieving it. I'm willing a bit by this to save Simon Keys. No matter how many times my logic fails, I always find another possibility.
Okay, you're finally back. Well then, let's search for that other possibility to start with. Do you think there was a way Mr. Knightley could have brought the chisel into the prison?
Man used to bring chisel into the prison was...
The chest full.
Normally, metal objects can be brought into the detention center or the prison.
They just caught by the security gate.
However, there's one way to avoid this. That is, if they send it in a package to the detention center.
The gate is only used for people. In other words, packages sent to the detention center undergo a simpler check.
But they don't use a metal detector for that?
This never should have happened. It seems the guards are too careless.
Knowing this, Nadia asked Simon to send him a package, namely a chessboard containing the chisel.
Well, this has solved one of our problems. The fact that the chisel was not Mr. Dogan, but Mr. Knightley's.
Given this, one major issue remains. Security camera shows a dog attacking the victim. As long as it assists, I will maintain that Dogan is the killer.
Dogan never touched the murder weapon. I'm stumped.
Yeah, but the dog is trained to attack.
We also desire a conclusion to this matter.
Mr. Edgeworth, we can use one of my secret weapons, sir. Secret weapon number 4, the video analyzing machine, Mr. Analysis.
Wow! Now you got number 4 with him. Huh! Yo, this is Mr. Analyst. What's with that ridiculous name?
I named it myself, sir. This will let us analyze video footage in detail. Go ahead. You soon see I'm not lying.
Don't know what will come out of this, but what we do now is investigate.
Mr. Edgeworth, do you know how to use Mr. Analysis?
You know, as machine. We are here how to use it. Are we going to hear it?
I mean, that's up to you.
Detective Kamshu, should you show me how to use it?
Of course, sir. Fundamentally, it's the same as investigating a crime scene. You just examine anything that piques your interest, your curiosity.
Justin,
That's you, bro. No, that's
Oh, yeah.
you.
to examine, I just press the X button.
Now, I'd like you to look at the buttons below the monitor. The left and right buttons will rewind and fast forward, respectively. And the center button lets you pause the video. Let's make good use of it to advance our investigation, sir.
Rewind and forward, I use the Y and A buttons. And to pause, I use the B button. I have no clue which were buttons with that.
While paused, you can go to the previous frame or the next frame. You just use the same left and right buttons as before, sir. Next, I'll explain how to zoom in. Just point the cursor at the area you want to zoom in on and press the button on the upper left of Mr. Analysis. The one that says Zoom Plus.
Seems I can use the L button to zoom in.
And after you zoom in, you can examine it just like you would the original image. Use the previous frame and next frame buttons to examine frame by frame. But you can't actually play back the video in this mode, so keep that in mind.
And what should I do if I want to zoom out?
Just press the top left button on Mr. Analysis again, sir. Now it should say zoom minus. And that concludes the explanation, sir. Well then, let's turn on Mr. Analysis. Use Mr. Analysis to examine any suspicious part of the video, sir.
Video of the detention center camera. I believe this is the moment Ali was being attacked by the dog. If that wasn't the case, what does it show? First in this video, we not Ali. What if the true form of the black silhouette attacking this person? Should check the video and check the answers to these questions.
There could be unexpected things in unexpected places. So be sure to check every nook and cranny of the video, sir.
Where do I stop, bro?
Okay, so press the play icon to play the video and the pause icon to stop it. Yep, we all know that. So at 6:42:21.
21, got it.
Yeah, 6:42:21. You want to pause the video there.
Yeah.
Zoom in on the top right segment of the video. The black figure. So there's something down below, a bit further down below. That thing that, oh yeah, that's just attacked.
You said top right. Am I
Well,
right?
that's what it says here. It says top right, but I think it means that bear figure thing, so...
Looks like a bear indeed.
Oh. You have to be so picky. So you have to do it just before it attacks the man.
Oh, it's a white one! Something white? Oh my god! It's not a dog!
It's a bear. Look, it's way bigger. This is... Yeah, we might have made a great miscalculation. This animal, this silhouette, no matter how you look at it, is not a dog. This animal is...
Bear.
Yeah. From this silhouette, I will say the animal is not a dog, but a bear.
So down in that photo I took. Oh.
Those footprints must have to belong to this bear, yes.
Did you say a bear? That's your line, bro.
Yeah. Yes, that man in the first comes to mind. How do we know this black shadow is the dog but a bear? There's a good possibility the man being attacked is done nightly.
Whatever can show that this man isn't nightly. Bro?
A moment.
Should be somewhere in the video, wouldn't it, sir?
Since his face is not visible, it should be difficult to get confirmation. However, perhaps there are something indirectly reflected.
Something reflected? Hey, isn't there a mirror in the cell, sir?
Indeed. That should be worth examining.
So it says you need to play until 6:42:24.
24? Okay.
And yeah, so step zoom in on the top on the mirror.
A reflection of the person can be seen in the mirror. Is that a cap on his head?
Actually, it looks kind of like the caps the prison guards wear, sir.
I don't think it was a guard who was attacked. Have you received a report of any guard being attacked by an animal?
No, not that I've heard, sir.
This was someone else wearing a guard uniform. I see. I have evidence that shows this cap is...
Part of stolen uniform?
There was no reports of a guard being attacked by an animal. However, we did hear that the guard's uniform was stolen. Putting two and two together I'll say this makes a disguise. For the purpose of the prison escape.
Disguised as a guard? That sounds like it could have been successful, sir. Huh? Speaking of prison escapes.
Indeed, that person certainly was successful. We were all under the impression that the person in this video was Natalie.
But it's his cell after all. Why would it be anyone else?
The line of logic no longer holds. Remember the tunnel underneath his bed? Probably whoever used this tunnel is the one in this video.
It seems at the time to answer that question. Just who is the person in this video?
The person in this video is...
J. Albert.
The person wearing the guard uniform is... the escaped prisoner J. Albert. The possibility is extremely high. His pet is a polar bear cub.
But the bear here is black.
We have evidence that can explain this matter. Usually the polar bear like because...
The dirt.
Justin?
Sorry. So the rubber glove, apparently?
Mod packs. Think back what to Frank saw with testimony.
This one was used here.
No, this is your.
No, you.
Oh, you sure? Okay.
Yeah. You wear the
That-
thing.
That's the rubber glove I dropped.
Where did the mod on this glove come from?
Oh, that's the mud from my mud pack. At the time, I was practicing applying my mud pack.
Can you tell me about this? Took place on the day of the incident.
Since the animal show had started, I'd say it was around 9 AM. The mud packs turned the animal's bodies pitch black, and my heart was pure white. I was totally engrossed with covering the animals in mud.
During the animal show, you saw us applying mud packs to the animals.
Putting among those animals?
Was this polar bear? Yes.
Prosecutors Edgeworth, there's a huge contradiction at your argument.
I didn't press. Judge Corney, you're quite right. So I would use mud packs during the animal show. Knowing this, a new contradiction in this video comes to light.
A new contradiction?
Hey, do you know when this footage was taken?
It was after the mud packs were used. That would be put at around 9 AM.
In that case, should you notice something strange about this video?
What's strange about it?
Strange thing that contradicts this video was taken. What is that, bro?
Says you pause the video at any time and you present the timestamp. So he said, oh yeah, I get it. So the guy said it was at 9, but that clearly says 6.
Nice. The time saw it covered the polar bear in mud was around 9 AM. Means this video should have been taken at 9 AM. However, the timestamp reads 6 AM. That day, the prisoners went to the courtyard to watch the animal show. And this time, only 3 people remained behind. Doken in a special cell, saw it in a workroom applying his mud packs, and the one who put the escape plan in motion at the moment, J. Albert. J. Albert left the polar bear in SIra's care and entered the secret tunnel. However, the polar bear escaped from SIra and followed after its owner. Just as he was chasing after the escaped bear, SIra happens to witness the dog pulling out the murder weapon out of the body. SIra's testimony is correct. This murder weapon had been taken around 9 AM. However, the timestamp is off by 3 hours.
Why would the timestamp be off like that?
Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to examine this security camera.
Keep you waiting, sir. I asked all the guards, and seems the camera's power was cut off for a moment, throwing off the timestamp.
Interesting. What?
The camera is an old model, so if it loses power, the clock stops as well.
In that case, this means the camera power was cut out for 3 hours. Okay.
While I'm at it, I've got some more information for you, sir. You heard that Knightley denied stealing the key, right? It seems nobody would believe the words of a criminal. Knightley testified I was knocked out too.
Might not be necessary be a lie. It's a warden.
My, there you all are. Making progress in your investigation. Can I be of any help?
Actually, Warden Roland, there is something we must report to you. The escapist prisoner, J. Albert, is most likely still inside the prison. He disguised himself. Here is the proof. The person visible as this security video is Albert. So perhaps he's still in this very building.
Come to think of it, didn't Mr. Albert have a bracelet like the other prisoners?
The bracelet should be concealed under the uniform sleeves. Moreover, the prison main gate doesn't sensor to detect bracelets. All you have to do is avoid any doors with sensors inside the prison.
That's right. So if you didn't enter the cells or the workrooms, could one of you guys be J. Albert? Oh.
Ah, Rocky!
But it. Hey, bro, I think you were J. Albert.
You fox! The fox is scared, a poor thing! Look at the
Look at him! He's wiggling his little paws. Oh dear.
I think it's more like the guard is. The guard J. Albert is.
Yeah, no. The fox on the wooden neck is scared of the bear, so he's wibbling his.
Can it also
paws
be the
around like
animation
mad.
of the guard himself?
Yeah, you're probably right, too. Hard to tell from here.
It's hard to tell, but
okay.
yeah. Go ahead,
Stop
Albert.
it! What are you doing?
Since we Rocky have answered that question for us.
No! Rocky, this is all your fault.
The little guy loves you so much, it's inevitable.
right then. Seize them at once.
Wait, there's something we need to hear from this prisoner. Necessary to find out the truth. I like permission to interrogate him.
Understood.
What do you want out of me?
Albert's escape route is linked to Knightley's cell. It is highly likely he knows something about the crime. I'd like to ask you about the day of the body was found. I want to actually put a break on this, guys. So this is sadly it where we're going to end off today. If you like the content so far, make sure to hit that sexy free follow button. You can also go to twitch.tv/MegaDragonoid while I'll be streaming. Make sure to hit the notification bell, the follow button, the subscribe button. Well, whatever you want to do, you can also go to deviant.com/MegaDragonoid. We'll be posting my art. Make sure to hit the watch button. You can also go to our Discord server or Twitter page, which is both in the description below. And if you're currently just there's, go ahead.
Go to my YouTube, you search for Princess SIra with the light blue hedgehog on it, and there you have it.
And my YouTube is Just Barry's Man. My Twitch is Just Barry's Miner. My DeviantArt is Dr. Chester the First.
And there you go. So we wish you all a good day, a good week, and peace, my operators. Have a nice day.
Peace.